Through these halls, where lovers get lost, and lust consumes the wicked. A place where reality collides with fantasy. In the pages, where romance is second to none. Welcome to the Lover's Library.
Hey lovers!
This is Carly.
Sydney.
And Zoe.
And this is the Lover's Library
Podcast.
Yay!
podcast. We have a podcast.
We're on episode 4.
This is good.
Wow, that's crazy. I thought we were only on 3.
And hey, can I just say thank you guys for listening and downloading and reviewing and following our Instagrams.
Like, we want to hear what you think.
Yeah, we have so many people following us now on our Instagram. I'm so excited. Not like a whole lot, but I'm excited. It's over 300.
More than one is a lot.
And we're international on our podcast.
Downloads and listens.
Yeah, we had in Belgium. What's up, Belgium?
What's up? You got some good waffles.
Oh my God.
London, Canada.
That's my maiden name.
Canada,
Brazil.
Oh, I shouldn't say that.
I've been to Brazil. Love them. Good people.
Feijoada. Everywhere.
From the east to the west to the north to the south. Santa's going to hear this podcast by the...
Is that a song?
I know him.
I don't know. Oh, right.
Oh, Elf, I get it.
I freaking love Elf.
All right, so
good.
Today we are going to be reviewing Reverie by Shain Rose, and Zoe is going to give us our...
What's the scoop?
Okay, so Shain Rose is our author, and honestly, there's not a lot about her online.
Come on, Shain.
She likes
gorgeous.
to be
She's
secretive.
Love her.
Yeah, she is absolutely gorgeous. Her TikToks are so funny.
Yes.
And she also is on Instagram at author.shainrose, and it's SHAIN.
Yes.
Not the other way.
Yeah.
Okay, but she obviously wrote the Stonewood Brothers series, which we are covering the second one because that was my mistake.
Ruined my life.
I actually ended up reading all 3, and I really liked them.
I read book 1 and then I read the second. So
the first one is Inevitable, and that's with Jax and Aubrey. Reverie has Jet and Victory, which I thought was so funny and cute.
yeah, it was.
And then Thrive, which is Jaden and Mika.
Ooh, we don't know a Mika.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she also has the Hardy Brothers series, the Tarnished Empire, and New Reign Mafia Romance.
Ooh.
But she has a new release coming out called Between Commitment and Betrayal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
She only writes romance, and what I could find about her was she has 2 kids and a golden retriever.
Oh.
Yeah, she
Love a
loves
dog.
coffee and mojitos.
Me
Which
too.
Period.
too.
Okay, I don't like mojitos, but I like
oh my
coffee.
God, I love mojitos.
I don't think I've ever had one.
Oh, they're so good. Do you like mint? Oh, they're like mint and rum and soda, I think. It's really good. She loves the Real Housewives, and yeah, that's really all I could find about her.
Nice.
But I love her.
Good. I would definitely, I want to read the third one for sure.
It was so good. I think I like that one the best.
The third?
Yeah, it seemed more realistic, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah, it was super cute.
Well, reading the second, you could definitely read it as a standalone for sure.
Yeah.
If you didn't have any intentions of reading the first one. Like, it ties everything up. There's no loose ends. It gives a bit of a backstory. But it does spoil the first book.
Yeah, it does. But I read...
Like the first paragraph.
Yeah. I reid Reverie without knowing that it was the second one. And then I read Inevitable and then Thrive.
Yeah.
And
you read them all out of order. Are you a serial killer? This is troubling.
No, it's because I didn't know. It just popped up on my Kindle, like things you might want to read. But it popped up Reverie, and I didn't look into it. I just read it because there was a half-naked man on the cover.
Tis, but not on this cover.
No, it's
I
the
have
secret cover. What's it called?
I don't know.
Oh, there's a word for it.
Like the special ebook version of it?
No. When
Like the unreleased?
covers don't have anything inappropriate or like, so people don't know that you're reading a smut book.
Yeah. Mine has like the cityscape of like
Yeah.
Chicago, I'm guessing, because the book is based in Chicago. So that's probably what it's made to look like. But
Makes sense.
which we
Okay.
did post the picture of my book on
Yeah.
Instagram. So
That's
if you're
true.
wondering what it looks like,
Check
you
out
can
our
just pull up our Instagram.
at Lovers Library Book Club.
Yeah, and
our
podcast.
main one is the at Lovers Library podcast.
Yes.
Pod.
Just pod.
Yeah, no.
We don't even know
not
our
cast.
own handle.
Because we're new, okay? Okay, and before we actually get into the next part of our show,
Sydney has a confession.
I do, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Don't hate me, okay? So, I've been on vacation for the past couple of weeks, and I started a new job this week. So, I haven't...
Don't give excuses.
I have to, because I need you to understand what my life has been like. So, I had every single intention to finish this book, but I have not. So, what is gonna be happening is me reacting to whatever happened in this book, and I do plan on finishing it because I did start it. I have some knowledge of what's happening, but I don't have the juicy parts of the book. So whatever they say, it's gonna be like I'm watching the Real Housewives of Chicago, because that's what's gonna be happening.
Well,
in this
they
book.
jump into the spice right at the get go, so you at least got that.
I got a little bit of what they're capable of.
Yes. Well, should we just go for it?
Go.
Lovers quarrel.
It's a lover's quarrel time.
So the beginning of this book starts out, and they are, spoiler alert, they are at Jax and Aubrey's wedding.
Yay!
And Vic is a bridesmaid, and she's paired up with Jet to walk down the aisle. And I just wanted to give like a little bit about their personalities and like
go ahead.
them.
Because they are completely opposite.
Very much so.
So Vic is like super bubbly, happy, is positive all the time. She's a super hot blonde. And Jet is like Mr. Negative, very business oriented, like focused on his career and their family's business, and just super serious and grumpy.
It is very much grumpy sunshine, grumpy sun.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a flag here from like page 2. It was describing Jet, and it made me laugh. It said, the other bridesmaid had been paired with Jaden, the younger, fun-loving brother of the groom. Jet, on the other hand, was who you talked with if you wanted humor to die, your smile to disappear, or your belief in all things joyful to disintegrate.
Yes.
So they get paired up together, and they're just, I don't even know.
They're like, to me, it was always like an explosion of some kind of emotion. Like either it was hatred or...
They're so extreme with how they, like anything they feel.
Yes, exactly. That's how I felt.
But, you know, I noticed a lot of similarities between them and how By a Thread was.
Yes, I agree. I was just telling my girl,
I don't know.
shout out to Chelsea, my wax girl. I was talking to her about how they were so similar as far as boss versus like employee relationship goes, that some of the stuff that happened in Reverie, I was trying to remember if it was By a Thread or if it was in Reverie.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There was a couple of the scenes that I was like, did Jet turn all the power off, or was that Dom?
Uh-huh.
And I can't remember. I was
I
think it was
that
Dom.
too. I was talking about it, and then I said, no, that was By a Thread. That wasn't even this book, so just ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, I really enjoyed this book. I liked how they had the brothers in it too, because I really do like the brothers in their interactions. They didn't have as much, I feel like, in this one as they did in Inevitable, because Aubrey is Jaden's best friend.
Yeah.
So they had those two, Jax and Jaden, in that one, ate a lot. But one of the things I did write down was it was about how Jet was talking about Aubrey at the wedding.
That made me a little mad.
I was like, why is he being so mean?
Yeah.
He was talking about her. He says, he was telling his brother, like, just watch out for her. You know, her dad went to jail and all this stuff. And with paparazzi and the media, like, this would be a good story for everyone to cover. And
yeah,
he was just being mean. But he was always so nice to her before. And then in Inevitable, she, like, looked up to him as a big brother and, like, all this stuff. And I was like, I think he's just mad that someone else is finding happiness and he's fighting that.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because from the very beginning, he's like, love is stupid. Marriage is dumb. None of this is real. I'm just a realist. Like, this is reality. Love isn't real. Happiness isn't real. You know?
I think that comes from the fact that he, like in By Thread, was taking over his dad's business.
Yeah.
And all he saw was his dad choose work over his mom.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he just thought that's what was going to happen to him.
Yeah. Well, he kind of pissed me off, but his brothers were like, no, you're not going to be like that. I think they said, where was it? On page 10, after Jet is being a complete a-hole to everybody, just saying mean things, Jaden turns to him and says, you didn't let me finish. He growled, his glare even meaner than Jax's. It's bonding time, so let's not talk about my best friend like she's not worth a damn, or I'll help Jax hide your fucking body, you prick. I was like, thank you, Jaden.
I needed somebody to stick up for her.
Yeah, Jay's the best.
I was so glad. But then that kind of leads into him going to the bar, because he's like, I need a fucking drink. If I have to do this, I need a drink.
And then she orders him a strawberry daiquiri.
Yes, the
Which
strawberry
is so
daiquiris.
Cute.
It's so funny. She's like, they're good. They're really strong.
And I love that he calls her Pixie.
Yes.
That's so cute.
Does that remain throughout the rest of the book?
Yes.
The entire. And it gets even better. And we'll talk about that.
Okay. I'm excited because I don't know.
But I wanted to talk about their first. I know this is a spice part of it, but I still want to talk about it. They jumped in bed together real fast.
They sure did.
I mean, a one night stand is a one night stand, and that's fine. But you're literally about to sleep with your brother's wife's best friend.
Yeah,
Like,
so you can almost assume you're going to be around each other a lot.
She's
Yeah,
not
you're
going
gonna see
away.
her
You're going to
again.
see her everywhere. Like, are you sure this is a good idea? But he even kind of tried to stop her. He was like, what do you think? And she's like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to do this because I want to.
Mm-hmm.
But then I died when she woke up and he wasn't there. And she was like, oh, thinking of all these wonderful things. Planning their wedding.
Yeah.
I was like, girl, please hold on. Like,
Right.
You knew from the beginning that that's not what he wants.
Yeah.
And you're laying in bed literally thinking about marrying this man.
You
And
know
she was
that's how
getting
a lot
mad.
of girls are, though. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy's just perfect. Like, making it all up in their head when
Yeah.
really, like, he just left you in bed.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, and then he comes out of the shower and he, like, is physically shook that she's still there.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you still doing here?
And she was in her feelings. She
Yeah.
was like, well, I was just going to go and, we should plan to do this and that. And he was like, you can leave.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And she was butthurt about that. But
She
then,
was.
okay, this is a part I actually read. So then they go and do the excursion.
Yes.
And then they do it again.
Yes.
And then that's where I was like, if this continues to happen, then I understand her feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they keep saying no, but then do,
Yeah.
then I would be confused too. Even if, I was party to it as well.
Yeah. Well, he definitely wasn't thinking with his big head.
Yeah.
He in one of the parts he said, she was being ridiculous, I thought. She was fucking hot, my dick thought.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we know, Jet. We know what that thinks. But yeah, that whole scene in the water, I was like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like that he's like, I don't care. when she was like, should I go around the rock first, or should you? Like, what if they see us and all this? He's like, I don't care. Let them think what they want to think. You know, he didn't care. He never cared from the whole time, I don't think.
He liked her bikini a lot.
Yes.
He did.
Or lack of.
And he was getting jealous.
Yeah, he
of
was.
I love a good jealous moment, to be honest with you.
Yes.
That's my favorite part of the books.
Him and Jax are
territorial.
very protective over what the girls wear.
They are.
They're like, cover up. What are you wearing?
Okay, I will say, I don't like that in real life.
Oh,
I'd be
yeah,
like,
right.
I can wear whatever I want.
Right.
Luckily, my husband is very nice, and he, like, I mean, he appreciates me for me, and I wear whatever.
Yeah.
But in the books, when they come up, like, he came up and he was telling her, why are you wearing that for all the men to see? I'm like, yeah, girl, why are you wearing that?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so let's jump to
Her boyfriend.
What?
Her boyfriend.
Whose boyfriend? Oh,
They're
the
not
guy.
really. Oh, they're not really. You freaked me out. I was like,
Girl,
what the heck?
I was like, I
Steven.
know. I
Yeah,
didn't
okay, they're
read,
not,
but
like,
Stevie.
Technically.
Yeah.
but it was mutual. There was some mutual likitude.
I think he was oblivious to what was going on.
Who,
I think
Stevie?
Yeah, I think she liked him. I think he was oblivious.
Yeah, he was straight up dumb.
So for those that haven't read this book yet, or what, Steven is the boss at the company that Vic works for.
Right.
And his company is being bought by Jet's company.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where Steven comes in. She has this like whole future planned out for them. They're gonna have kids and the white picket fence.
But
and
the thing is,
happy blah, blah, blah.
she's not super into him.
No.
It's her safe pick.
He's the right, air quotes, right choice.
Yeah.
Right.
And he calls her Vicky, and
Yeah.
she hates it.
Yeah. Because one of her friends
so
was like,
does
why do
Jet.
you let him say that?
Yeah, Kate.
And I thought that was kind of weird that she answered the FaceTime call in the van with everybody.
It sounded like she made the call.
Did she?
Yeah, he said, I'm so glad you finally FaceTimed me.
Oh, well, that would be weird. I mean, I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't make a phone call in a crowded van.
No.
But I also think she was maybe trying to bait him a little bit by showing that she was with Jet.
True. I was just about to say that.
Because she did turn the phone so that everyone could see who she was with.
Mm-hmm.
But are you also saying that she was trying to also make Jet a little jealous by showing that she has another option?
Maybe.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Fair. I love a good jealous moment. I don't know if I would like that in real life, but
yeah. I think it worked.
Yeah, because right after that, there's a rock in the ocean and something.
Well, and he doesn't like Steven like throughout. He just does not like that guy.
Does Steven end up being the bad guy kind of guy? Or
no, he's just like
he's just dumb.
pansy.
Oh, okay. Cool. So we're writing him off.
Yes.
Cool.
He is. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I used that word. I just saw my notes for fuck, marry, kill, and I used the word pansy in that as well.
Oh my gosh.
Apparently that's a new favorite in my vocabulary.
All right. What's your next on the... Maybe we don't go book, event by event, but what's your next big situation in the book that you think is worth the highlight? And
Bastion.
Bastion?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was that before or after the Halloween party? That was after the Halloween party, wasn't it?
That was before.
Oh, it was?
He's introduced before.
Okay, so tell me about
so
this.
we also meet him in the...
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Bastion is introduced in the first book, Inevitable.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you don't read Inevitable, Reverie kind of explains how they met. They were dancing in a club, things like that. Dancing a little hot and heavy.
Who's dancing with who?
Vic and Bastion.
Okay.
Aubrey was also there. Aubrey is married to Jax.
Right.
Well,
he was one of the brothers.
Bastion was trying to make a move on Aubrey.
Yes.
Back in the
Inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
But Jax was like, oh, hell no.
And he got his
Yeah.
woman.
Yep, he did.
Yeah.
But so apparently, what is... sorry. Bastion is the man that you date before you find the person you love and marry.
I've read that book before, actually.
What book is that?
There's a book. Actually, there might.
Is it a movie?
I don't know.
The guy refers to himself. He's like,
It's a book, and I literally
never-
have it on my TBR.
I never marry anyone. Everyone. Oh, Homecoming. Homecoming King. Penny Reed.
Oh my gosh!
I've
Of course,
started
it's
this
Penny
book.
Reed.
Yes. He refers to
Sorry,
himself
producer.
that he's like, I'm always the guy that like I date the girl first, and then my
And,
best friend
yeah.
marries her.
Yeah.
Well, that's
He, like,
heartbreaking.
He sets
It's
everybody up.
such a good
I
book.
promise you, I'm gonna read her books.
You should.
At some point.
She's-
We mention her like almost every single
Every time.
podcast.
Penny Reed, we love you.
Okay,
This
Bastion,
book was not written by Penny Reed.
Bastion
Shain
is
Rose.
a mobster,
Yes.
Ooh, I love a good mob.
secretly, kind of.
Okay.
Yes. Because
But
we didn't know
everybody
that in
kind
the
of
first
knows.
one.
Yeah, there was something a little sketchy about him and his
Mhm.
friends, but in this one, you learn that they,
It's real.
yeah.
Okay. So tell me about the situation with Bastion.
So Bastion runs his dad's company too, I think.
Yeah, his dad just handed it over the mob to him.
Yes, and then
Nice.
it's right around how like Jet is just now getting
His dad's
his dad's company,
mm-hmm.
and they don't like each other.
Fair.
But Bastion's company wants to invest in a drug that helps sick people,
Mm-hmm.
and Vic is trying to get the Stonewood Enterprise to also like
To back that drug.
up. Yeah,
Okay.
and Jet absolutely does not want to.
Is it because he doesn't like Bastion, or because Bastion likes Vic, or because he doesn't believe in the product?
All three of those things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Definitely does not like Bastion. He pretty much says that it'll just waste his money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so they make a bet.
Mhm.
Who
Well,
does?
Vic and Jet.
Okay.
They make a bet, and if Vic wins, they are going to invest in the drug.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't, if they lose,
They
I
don't
know
do
what
it.
Jet gets.
They don't invest, I guess.
feel like he was going to get something out of it
I
too.
can't remember that part.
Me either.
Mm.
Obviously, because
Well, her part of it was
he did not win.
Yeah. she had to throw the Halloween party. Was
Yeah.
that it? Okay, yeah.
So now we're at the Halloween party.
Yeah, to boost morale,
Mhm.
and everybody loved the Halloween party.
Oh my gosh.
There's
That
an
was
airplane.
my alarm went off to give my son his medicine.
Oh my gosh.
Every night. Well, yeah. So to boost morale. So it was at like a carnival. Is that right?
Ooh, that
They went
sounds
to a
fun.
scare house.
Yeah, I was
or
gonna
like
say
a
a
haunted
haunted
house
house.
type thing.
Okay.
But can we talk about her costume?
What'd you have on?
She went
was
as Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell.
And I
Pixie.
freaked out
Yep.
because from the very beginning, when I was trying to picture her, I was picturing Tinkerbell. Like I am not
Really?
kidding. Yes,
That's so funny.
Tinkerbell. And then she went as that, and I was like, "This is freaking perfect." I was so excited.
Did he go as Hook?
No, I wish. He was Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
That sounds like
much
his
him.
vibe. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and let me tell you, one of these parts. Okay, we'll save that for the third date
Yes.
because this haunted house,
There were some ghosts.
there was some ghosts under the sheets, if you
Oh.
know what I mean.
That's so funny. Well, at the haunted house, she went with Steven. Like he was kind of
Yeah,
they kind of like all went
really?
together, but he was supposed to be kind of with her.
Okay.
And when they went into the haunted house, she was kind of nervous, and everyone else like chickened out. And Steven was like terrified the whole time, and he was like hiding behind her, like sacrificing her to the goblins, you know?
Yeah.
And then the very last part of the haunted house was like a simulation of being buried alive.
Which, why would you
Absolutely
ever
not.
do that?
Everyone else backed out, and Vic has this, which you'll find out later.
Mm-hmm.
She has this desire to do everything and live life to the fullest because you just never know when your life's going to end, basically.
She kind of mentioned that at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep.
She does a lot throughout the book.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there a reason why?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
Well,
get there.
come on, guys, get to the point.
So everyone else backs out and doesn't do it.
Okay.
And Jet doesn't really want to, but he does it with her. He's like,
Yeah.
we'll go. And then stuff happens. But anyways,
Yeah.
they survive.
So a little bit after the Halloween party, Jet and Vic are kind of talking about how Stevie isn't the
He
right.
calls him Stevie because he hates him.
Steve doesn't want to be with her, like isn't the right guy for her. And she tells Jet that he is, and they're going to be together because that's her boyfriend or whatever.
Period.
And Jet goes up to Steve in front of Vic and asks him to go to the bar with him.
Okay.
And Steven's like, yeah, oh my gosh, that would be so great, because he has been a suck up this entire book to Jet. And so he says yes, and then Jet is like, oh, but you know, if you're dating somebody, I don't want you there because you can't be my wingman then. And Steven is like, oh, we're not exclusive.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Right in front of her. And
what did she do?
She dumps him.
Period.
Completely ignores him. Like blocks him, whatever. Turns so she doesn't face him. And
What she do, girl? What she do?
that was it.
Oh, yeah.
She was just done with him.
Well, right at the end too, though, like he right after the Halloween party situation.
Yeah.
What? Oh gosh, where is it? I'm not really sure how the situation plays into it, but he realizes after that he wants her.
Jet does.
Jet does.
Yeah. Okay.
He talks to Gloria, which
Who's
is
Gloria?
his secretary,
Okay.
assistant.
Super nice.
Yeah, we
her
like
name
her.
is Gloria. You know, I feel like she's nice.
But yeah, he says Victory Blakely had turned into a reality I wanted.
Yeah.
And what I wanted, I got.
Isn't that so cute and kind of aggressive?
Yeah. That's what I'm about to say.
But there's this one part that really kind of pissed me off is Steven. So after the Halloween party, Steven or Vic is super drunk and they just pass out in her bed.
Okay.
Oh, it was Steven.
Yeah, and they don't do anything.
Yeah.
But so he tells her, oh, I left my watch at your house after Halloween. Trying to make Jet jealous.
Yeah.
And she's like, your watch is not at my place. Like, she was so mad.
Yeah. She definitely, I did mention that I appreciated her character growth. Because I feel like at the beginning she was like, kind of like a people pleaser.
Yeah, a big pushover too.
Yeah. And towards the end she was like, no, like I have opinions. Like I have a brain. I'm not just, you know, hot and dumb. Because she was really like happy and just peppy and like one of those people that you're just like, okay, like, do you ever have a bad day?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But she really developed that character really well, I think. But man, when he falls for her,
he fell hard.
He fell hard fast.
So, okay, my next question is there a situation in the book to where trust is broken?
Yes. Okay. You want to get to that?
Girl, yes.
Okay.
Tell me about this.
So
Trust
Vic
broken.
and Jet obviously get together.
Oh, wait. Can we talk about one more thing first?
Okay.
Because I think I know where you're going, and this happens before that.
Okay. I want the tea, though. Come on.
He invites her to go home with him for Thanksgiving.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, family meetups.
To meet his family.
Okay.
But he's not like
His whole
necessarily
family.
to meet up. But I mean, he's like...
She's like, when she gets there, she says, oh, I work with them, whatever.
Okay.
And his mom is just trying to get her to be like, we know you guys could sleep in the same room and stuff.
Yeah. She's like, he doesn't bring people home. Like, we know you're more than just an employee, basically.
Right.
But one of the funny scenes that happens is him and her obviously slept in the same room and did
things that people do in the same room.
Yep. And so the next morning, she's like, they're sleeping and she's naked. And I don't know if they were messing around or what, but in walks Jay.
Oh.
And she jumps up.
Oh.
Naked. Oh. Wrapped in a sheet. And runs up to him and gives him a hug.
No.
And Jet is pissed.
Girl.
He really is.
And she's like, he's seen me in less than this or something like that. And Jet's like, have you fucked my brother?
Oh.
She's like, first of all, it's none of your business. But no.
Not in the sheet, girl.
Yeah. But I thought that was funny. But then, then your part.
Are you ready for
Girl,
the
tell me the
Yes.
tea. You're just bubbling over there.
Okay.
What?
They they back the drug, right? Because she won the Halloween
Okay.
Yes.
deal.
Right.
And they're doing this presentation for the drug.
Who is doing the presentation?
The drug
Rep
company.
person, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who Victory Blakely knows.
Well, personally.
And he
What? Oh, he.
invites her mother to join the presentation.
Victory's mother?
Vic's mother, yep. Because Vic used the drug to get better because she had cancer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why she's YOLO for life.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Jet didn't know, and that's how he found out. And he was so mad because even Bastion knew. Because at one point when they were kind of living together.
Bastion and Vic?
Or staying with each other. No, Vic and Jet.
Oh, okay.
Bastion called and asked her how she was.
Mm-hmm.
And Jet thought that was really strange.
Yeah. Right.
And now he figured out why. Because Bastion knew and he didn't.
Oh.
Because at the meeting, this is like rewind. When they're at the meeting and Bash is like, I want to like back this company.
Mm-hmm.
And Jet comes out and he's like a total dick. And then Vic is like, wait. Like, no, I really think this is a good idea. And she like stands up and speaks for the company when that's like not her place.
Yeah.
Right.
But Jet like sits back and lets her do it. And Bash is like, okay, but I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to Jet.
Yeah.
And so then him and her go and have a private meeting, which is totally kosher. Like nothing weird happens. But that is when she tells him, like, I know this drug works because I took it.
Yeah.
So
what do you think about that part? Because I feel like, yes, good that something that can be helpful is helpful, but is that a breach of ethics or something there?
She was bombarded with her mom coming and them saying that she took the drug.
Yeah,
so
she didn't know about it either.
She was, I think, planning to tell
Blindsided?
Jet, but that's just how
she was
it
just
happened.
upset about it.
Yeah,
as he was. I think.
Okay, because it wasn't a planned thing. Like she
No, it
wasn't.
wasn't.
In
And she
on
didn't
the...
like it. She's like, I don't want it to be like that.
Okay.
And then they tell her they want her to do a commercial.
Oh no.
And she agrees.
Okay.
And Jet is so mad with her that they break up.
But I feel like they weren't even that official
Okay. Yeah.
before that.
But I feel like in their minds they were.
Yeah.
Because it was finally like clicking.
Right.
He didn't share all of his baggage with her.
That's true.
That man, I felt like he had a lot of baggage leading up to.
Like about his parents' situation and how when his parents split, like his mom was really upset and him as the oldest brother, he like really
took care of
had
her.
to like step up and help like basically nurture his mom because her heart was broken. And then he kind of said he shielded his brothers from that so they didn't see how broken she was and all this. So he didn't tell her any of that either, but
he's such a nice guy secretly.
Yeah.
He hides it.
You like at the very beginning when he was talking to the brother that just got married, which is
Jax.
That was one of the things that you kind of heard from his POV was, I'm seeing my parents be lovey-dovey here, but the real situation was my dad left and he wouldn't focus on the family.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was, doing business, which I mean, good to provide, but also like you have wife and a kid and you need to
which is sad that it took him so long to realize that and then put them first.
Right.
Because now obviously Jet's parents are together and vacationing and
Working
happy
on it.
and things like that.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, if you're coming out of the trauma of
it's hard.
It's hard for you to realize that you might have that, right at hand, but you won't accept it because it's like
it would probably be even hard to believe that your parents were still like in love after all that time.
Yeah. You're like, this isn't something that's possible. Like you can't have a career and be in love and put them first at the same time. Like, he's like,
So
clearly
sad.
this doesn't work.
poor Jet.
I got
But there
emotion on
is
my
a
face.
happy ending.
Okay, so tell me about
not yet. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
There's another situation.
Yes.
Okay,
What's
so
the tea, girl? I'm sipping my wine.
So they get in a huge fight.
Who does?
Jet and Vic.
Okay,
Jet and
right,
Vic
right,
broke
right, right.
up from
She's
him.
upset.
right,
He's
right.
upset. They're both pissed. She storms out.
Crazy what happens next. I was not expecting it.
Me either.
My heart rate was so high.
Okay.
And the scream that I scrumped.
Another scrumped.
Yeah.
Scrumption.
Out like high pitch, you know?
Yeah.
Because somebody did not want this drug to be released.
Stevie?
And I think it was another company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a competitive company.
Okay.
And they were going to make sure that she did not do this commercial.
Yeah.
And a hit was put out on her.
Vic?
Yeah. And somebody hit her with their car.
So she doesn't show up to work, and Jet thinks, oh, she's just mad. Like,
Yeah.
she's mad. She's not coming to work. Blah, blah,
She
blah.
was not mad.
Then Aubrey comes in, and she's like, where's Vic? We haven't heard from her. All this stuff. Have you talked to her? And he's like, no, I thought she was just mad. And then she gets a call.
Well, first, Aubrey yelled at him.
Yes, she did yell
Which
at
I
him.
love that.
As she should. As she should.
But so she,
Come on, guys. She gets in my car. And what happens
so
after that?
she's in
so
the
finally
hospital.
Aubrey gets the call. She's like, oh my God, Vic's in the hospital. Like, she got hit by a car.
Yes.
He takes off.
I love that part.
He
I love those
drops
parts.
everything.
Yeah.
He tells his secretary, cancel my flight. He was supposed to go somewhere
Yeah.
for business.
Oh.
He drops everything. At that point, he made his choice. He was like, she
He
is first.
did.
She is the one.
Oh.
This is it. He
He
runs
stayed
to the
with her
hospital.
like the whole time until
She
she
didn't
woke
die.
up. She didn't die. She's fine.
Okay.
Her heart's okay and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because she had cancer.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Or something.
so actually before she got hit,
Yeah.
she started feeling faint
Oh, no.
and she stumbled,
Mm-hmm.
and they think that's the only reason that she was like didn't
Yeah.
die. I don't know how.
Right.
It didn't.
Well, it all
you
kind
know.
of like worked out. Like
Yeah.
they did
As it
find
does.
some, like she needed a checkup basically.
Yeah.
Like there was something, but it wasn't cancer and like.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, no, I remember now.
She's pregnant.
She hadn't been taking her
No.
medicine.
Oh yeah, I forgot she didn't.
She hadn't been taking her medicine like she was supposed to
Or
be.
eating how she was supposed to.
Yeah.
Vic.
Because sometimes you just don't want to follow the rules.
I know.
Hey,
Live
I'm not
life.
taking my allergen medicine every day.
But then Jet makes a phone call, and I almost
Who?
died. My heart almost exploded. He calls
In the good way?
Bastion. And guess what he says?
What, girl? What?
He's like, okay, we're going to be partners
Okay.
if you kill that guy.
Oh, period. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
That's
he's
the
in
very
the
end,
mob.
right?
That's the very end.
Okay, well, you
it's
missed a
a
part. One of my
cliffhanger.
favorite
Oh,
parts.
sorry.
One of my favorite parts is when Jet runs into the room and everyone's in there. Like everybody.
Mhm.
Okay.
Her mom, everybody. They're like hovering over her.
Uh-huh.
And he says, stop. Jet's voice shot through the room like an arrow released from a powerful crossbow. Fast, almost deadly. My mother and Harvey jumped. Jax and Bray. Oh, I always say her name Bray. I don't know why they write it like that. It's
I thought
weird.
it was Bray too, but
It's Bree.
Aubrey. So
Yeah,
Bree.
Bree.
That makes sense.
Had waited at the foot of my bed, but Jax strode to his brother's side. Bro, it's her family. I don't give a fuck. Jet cut him off. He glared at my mother and Harvey. Then he glowered, however you say that, at Jax. I'm her family now. I'm the one. Her man.
Oh.
Her everything.
Everything.
What I say goes.
Oh.
Everyone stops now.
And they did.
They did.
Period.
He's like, get out. Is what he did. He said, get out. And everyone listened and left. And she said, the mom said, I'm not going anywhere. Then once they do leave, she tells him thank you. That she
Needed a breather.
she needed it.
Yeah. That's so great.
Good
and
job,
then
Jet.
in the epilogue, did you read the epilogue?
Yes.
What happened in the epilogue?
I can't remember now.
Did you get pregnant?
Well, they got back together,
I mean, obviously.
Obviously.
and Jet throws a fireworks show.
Oh.
Yeah, and Carly, do you remember what
Oh,
he said?
yes, I do.
Okay.
I was like, man, did I read this? I was like skimming through it. I
What
was like, what the frick?
happened at the fireworks? Does he propose?
Big, huge fireworks explodes, and it says, marry me, or will you marry
Yeah.
me?
Oh, yeah. So she's not pregnant?
No.
I always love a good baby at the end.
Can I tell you my favorite quote from the book?
Yes.
In the Kindle, it's on page 236. I don't know if it's that in the book,
Mm.
Okay.
but it says, You want the world, Victory Blakely, and I'm going to try and give it to you.
Yes.
Oh my God,
I love
Put
it.
that on a shirt, man.
I know, right?
Should we talk about the spicy? Because I've been holding something in for so long.
I have to talk about being buried alive.
I need to talk about the very first sex scene, and it
I need
frustrated
to-
me.
Okay.
You go first.
Frustrated. Let's end on a good note then.
So the very first thing that happens is they're getting ready to smash. They're like making out hardcore. He like takes her to the bed, throws her down. What does he do? Slides her underwear over and fucks her.
And that you did not like that?
That was like a buzzkill for me. For some reason, I was like, are you like in such a hurry that you can't like fucking take her underwear off? Like,
Can I just get a little TMI here?
Oh no, we're on the podcast.
Yeah, I
Adam's
know.
blushing already.
I'm just saying, like, you've never had a good little quickie where they just, or
Not
you're,
the first time. I wanted it to be
but he
more
thought it was
special.
going to be the last time.
I know. I just wanted it to be more special, and I felt like
I
him
felt
just
like
doing that,
that was
was
real
like
nice.
I wanted it to be more. I wanted it to be more special. That bothered me for some reason. And then he does it again later, where he's like, "Let me just flick these over to
'Cause
the
that's
side here."
Hot. Never been wearing a skirt. And you're, no, okay, never mind.
Oh,
So we're just gonna skip on. Sorry,
skip.
Sydney. Did you read any of this part, the Halloween part?
No, girl, I stopped at the wedding.
What?
Shit.
Sorry, that was so
You
loud.
missed a lot.
I did. And hey, Shain Rose, if you ever listen to this, I will finish this book. I promise, I promise, promise.
And
It
the
just
third
didn't
one, because
work
it was
out.
the best, in my opinion. The first one made me cry.
Really?
That was my dog. Sorry.
Yeah, the first one made
His
me
real life.
cry.
Aw.
The first book.
Yeah, I
It was emotional.
resonate. Is that the right word? A little bit with some things that happen.
Yeah.
And oh my God, it was so sad.
It was.
Really?
It was
Yeah,
deep. Yep.
But I will say, I think that Thrive was my favorite.
Oh,
Is that the
I wanna
third one?
read
That's the
it
third
with Jay.
one with Jay.
Mhm.
Okay, but the Halloween party,
Okay.
she wants to get buried alive.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
She does.
Because of what she's gone
And
through.
Jet is going to go with her.
No.
Be with her. We'll get buried alive together.
Yeah.
Which makes it worse because I'm more claustrophobic now.
Right.
But she doesn't even have to worry about that because
What?
they fuck. Inside this box. Buried alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they come out all disheveled. And everybody's like, how was being buried alive? She was like, it was a breeze.
It was fine. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me the chapters where what is the Halloween chapter?
Oh,
So that if
gosh.
anybody is gonna listen or read that specific part, they have a
I
place.
could not tell you.
Come on, guys.
It's called Read the Whole Book.
Yeah,
And you'll find it.
Is it towards the middle?
We do not believe in. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it is.
probably.
Okay, so my favorite scene was the windows.
The windows.
Do you remember the windows in his apartment? They were huge windows that overlooked the city.
That's always how it is.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
always
yeah.
how it is.
Well, if you're a billionaire.
I mean,
They did it on those windows, and she's like, "People will see," and he's like,
girl, we this high up.
He wants to
"It doesn't
people
even
to
matter."
see.
Yep, it was.
Y'all love an exhibitionist moment.
I mean, there's something about windows.
But not pulling your panties to the side.
No, I want them all the way off. But then the other thing, I did have something that I thought was weird. Alice talking and Jet talking on the phone was weird to me.
Who's Alice
if
and
you
Jet?
don't know who Alice is, she is kind of like our Alexa or Siri.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That Jax created, and it's hardwired through like their entire house. Like Jax has it, Jet has it, like it's in his house. So when he gets a call, she just comes out of nowhere and she's like, so and so is calling, you know? And do you remember who Alice is? I wrote down Alice.
Like, what do you mean?
There's a character. Is she the fake?
It's the girl he had sex with before.
Oh, she was
What
just
was her
a
name?
fling, right? they were just like fuck buddies, maybe. But anyways, he basically like gets Vic off while on the phone.
And he's like, I want her to hear. You want her to hear.
Yeah. I was like,
He's
that's
like, if you don't want her
weird.
to, then hang up the call.
He's
She
like, tell me
didn't.
stop. And
What?
that was kind of weird.
Sorry, I sound so out of breath because I'm wrestling this dog right now.
You'll see that on the reel.
She's having so much fun. Okay, I think we're ready. Do you have any other spices?
No.
Okay, let's do our fuck, marry, kill.
I'm
right.
so excited for this.
So I think that Sydney doesn't get to vote.
I mean, I've met all the characters besides Bastion.
Okay, fine, I'll let you pick.
Okay.
Okay, you can pick. Who would you fuck? I mean, who would you F?
Yeah, Sydney, who would you F?
Based off of your I'm gonna go. Okay, hold on. Listen, don't judge my picks. Okay.
If you say Stevie.
Ew, absolutely not. I'm gonna go ahead and kill him.
Oh, good.
He's off the roster. Who I'm going to marry is Bastion,
Okay.
and I'll F Jet.
Okay.
Can you explain your choices, please?
Yes.
Okay, every single mob romance I've read, I've absolutely loved.
So you got
Okay.
the most for the
Part.
bad
So,
boys.
yeah,
I love a bad boy.
Huge fan. So I feel like, and here's the thing, they're really family oriented in some aspect, and that's the part I just like that. So,
Okay.
you know, they're real protective, and they loyal.
They really are.
Loyal. So I'm gonna go with
Until you do
Bastion.
something wrong and then they cut their fingers off.
Exactly.
fingers.
But I ain't gonna do nothing. Hey,
We're not
I'm
gonna
also
kill him.
loyal to a fault as well. So you know, it's
We
a
just
good
got
match.
cousin Nubby Nikki. That's all.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Not Nubby Nikki. Dead.
I love that. Okay, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
Go.
You can go.
Okay, I would fuck Jet. He is hot. He is smart, but he's too hot-headed. I feel
Okay.
like he makes rash decisions,
Okay.
and obviously, I am a little hot-headed and jump to
Are you?
decisions. And my husband is very like laid back and calm, and so
Golden
I like
retriever
that
energy.
he is not a golden retriever. I don't know what he is.
A border
A
collie.
beagle.
I'll have to think of that.
No, beagles are too yippy.
Ah.
Okay,
He might be a
anyways.
boxer.
Mm.
The Great
I just
Pyrenees.
love boxers. Okay, and then I said I want to marry Jay. I need
Who's
to read
Jay?
the brother.
Oh, the
Jaden.
younger
He's
one.
the youngest one. Yes.
Yes.
I need to read his book.
Okay, so to recap, fuck Jet, kill Steven,
Yes.
marry Jay.
Marry Jay.
Okay.
Jay is always there for everyone. If you read the first one, he is there in a minute, just in a second, to
Right.
help Aubrey and any of them. He's always there for them. When she has her heart broken, he's like cleaning up the pieces, you know?
I love him.
And even in this, he was like defending Aubrey. And then when Vic showed up in her Tinkerbell costume,
Yeah.
he was like, put my jacket on. Like he wanted her to
Aw.
like put his jacket on because he wanted her to be covered, you know?
Right.
I just like how he is, and he's just great with everybody. And then, yeah, I said to kill Stevie because he's a pansy and can be removed from the scenario.
Yeah, he's such a jerk, too.
Yeah.
We can just beep, get rid of him.
Right.
So what's yours?
Mine were the exact same.
Yay!
Okay.
Especially after reading
The last one.
Thrive. I love Jaden. I love him. It's so sad what he goes through. Read it.
Oh my gosh, I need to read it.
Dun, dun, dun.
He's
so
he is
good.
the most consistent character.
He is.
He's
But
so consistent. Like,
it's one of those things where he's there for everyone, but who's there for him?
yeah,
You know?
I can feel that. I could tell.
It's so good. Read it.
Okay.
I need to read this one.
Yeah.
And I will.
Read
I will.
all of them. And you know what? I recommend reading them in the first, second, third book order. Let's not do
She
a
says sarcastically.
2, 1, 3. What is that?
You can read them however you want.
No, don't do it. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Is it time for a speed date?
Speed date. You guys,
Yeah.
I have the perfect people.
Do you?
Okay.
I don't have anybody, so.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, now I gotta remember his Henry.
Henry Cavill.
Yes.
That's who I picked too.
What?
Yay.
Sorry. Yes. Nice.
Hey,
My God, that
I
man.
love that man.
You know what's so funny
Yes.
is not only do I love him, but my husband loves him. Henry, we love you. You're the king of the nerds.
How old is Henry?
Okay, if you don't know who he is, he played Geralt the Witcher.
Yes,
Yes.
The Witcher.
He played
Superman.
Superman. He almost missed his Superman audition.
What?
Because he was playing World of Warcraft.
So he's an actual normal
I'm in
person.
love with this man.
That's
How
so
old is he?
funny. Let's see. He is
Like 40, probably. 45.
37 is my guess.
He was born in 1983, so he is 40 years old.
Oh my God, he
Oh.
looks so good for a 40.
Mhm.
Yes.
And you know what? I liked The Witcher video
I've never
games.
read it.
I never read the books because
I didn't read. I tried.
the translation's hard.
The books are good. I read the first one, I think.
What's the
Really?
original language?
I
of
could
the book?
not tell you.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not English though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But so when they said he was going to be playing Geralt, I couldn't see him playing that. I couldn't picture it.
Right.
And then when I saw him as Geralt, it was perfect.
Oh my gosh.
He's perfect. I
Did-
love him. I'm not going to watch it with the new guy.
Yes.
Liam
I was gonna. Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Australian guy.
I
Team
refuse.
Miley.
Thor.
Fuck him.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
brother of Thor.
Not that either. I
should have bought myself flowers.
I just hate when they replace characters.
Write my
I just
name
don't
in the
like it.
sand.
I
Capture
can't
myself
look at
for hours.
him.
Miley, do you like romance books?
Please come to our show. Okay, and
Okay.
your female pick is what?
My female pick,
What if we had the same female
gonna
too?
freak
That'd be
out.
so crazy.
Amanda
Vines.
Safe.
Oh my God, I love her.
Seyfried.
Oh, from Mamma Mia.
Yeah. She looks like a freaking Tinkerbell if I've ever
She
seen
does.
one.
She's so cute.
Look at her.
Oh my gosh, isn't she Karen from Mean Girls? I'm a
Yes.
mouse.
Yes.
Duh.
She
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. I
So
love her.
shout out on her. I just sent Adam a link to this new series on Apple TV.
Uh-huh.
It has Tom Holland in it.
Oh,
Love
I love
him.
Tom Holland.
And it's called,
If
I
you're
believe
British,
it's called The
love it.
Crowded Room. I think is what it's
Is
called.
it a TV show?
It's going to be a series, and it's on
Apple TV.
Apple
What's
TV.
the genre?
It's like murder mystery.
Oh,
Oh, I love
I'm
a good
down.
murder mystery.
Love
The Crowded Room.
Okay. So I had one pick,
Okay.
but then I was like, oh, I don't know if it's who I want. And then I switched to another one. And then I switched to another
Just come
one.
out with
So
it.
I'm going to tell you who I picked first, and then who I replaced her with, and then
Okay.
who I replaced her with. So at first I picked Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, no.
But I think she's not fit.
Younger, legally blonde.
Yeah, okay. But then I said, oh no, Kristen Bell. We love her.
Mhm.
She's
I
gorgeous.
love Kristen Bell.
Okay.
But final answer, Emma Watson.
Emma
Because I'm in love with her.
Watson.
Okay.
And she's
She would be a good
amazing
tinker.
in everything she's in.
Mm-hmm. I could see that.
Hermione.
Yeah.
Can I throw one on there?
Yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Who's that? Is she
She's,
Mary Kate and Ashley's
Scarlet
younger sister?
Witch.
Scarlet
She
Witch
is, yeah.
from Marvel.
Oh, okay.
God, Mary Kate and Ashley, I used to love
Me
them.
too.
Girl.
I wanted to be them
Me too.
Man.
until they did
I
drugs.
had all of the movies.
Me
I knew all the
too.
songs. Girl, I was there for them.
That's
Pizza?
funny.
Pizza.
I was riding for the twins, but
Oh,
So
okay.
they didn't ride for me because they started doing drugs.
Man,
And
I started doing the middle part because of them.
Yep.
such a vibe.
They're so cool.
All right.
Well, what do you think? Smash or pass?
Smash.
Smash 100%.
Smash all of them. If you want to cry, read the first one. If you want a realistic, more-ish romance, read the third one. If you just want to support Shain Rose and our podcast, read all three of them.
Yes.
Boom. Did
Do
y'all have any
it.
questions before we wrap this up?
I had one question,
Okay.
but it's super obvious. Who did
Okay.
Vic dress up as at the Halloween party?
Oh,
Tinkerbell.
Oh, like trivia questions. I was
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I got.
like,
Bruh.
Any last final words about Reverie by Shain Rose?
okay, so
Oh,
I
you
do
actually
have
have
one
Okay.
question-ish. In the first book,
Uh-huh.
he whispers to Aubrey that it's inevitable
Yes.
more than once.
Mm-hmm.
In the third one, it's called Thrive because he's thriving. It makes sense.
Right.
Why is the second one called Reverie?
They talk about it.
But I
When?
don't remember.
Yeah, it's very early on. They do say it.
What is the definition of Reverie?
All I think of is the coffee shop.
Me
Me
too.
too.
Yeah, there's a place outside of where we live that is called Reverie.
Reverie.
It's a really good coffee shop, by the way.
And
Shut
I
up.
like
When he's talking
Italian
about
sodas.
real life.
They have good croissants there. Sorry.
Let me see.
I'm hungry.
Reverie. Someone Google the
That's
definition
what
of
I'm doing.
reverie while I'm looking here.
Every time I look at it, I think Revere.
I want to say Reviere.
Yeah.
Watch. We've all been calling
It's
it
a
Reverie
Chanel.
and it's called Revere.
Shain Rose, please contact us if we're saying it wrong.
If you
We've
say this
named and
word.
said this thing wrong the
Also,
whole
contact
time.
us if we're not saying
Right.
it wrong.
Just love us and be our best friends and come.
Reverie. It says Rev E. So
Okay.
I
Okay.
think a state of being pleasantly lost in one's thought. A daydream.
Tinker, Pixie.
Yeah, Pixie.
Yeah.
That makes sense
Okay.
for them.
Yeah, it makes sense. I guess I could have answered my question if I looked at a dictionary.
Dang.
Did you find it?
No. But I know it's pretty early on and it's when they're talking about the sunset and all that.
When they're still in Kauai?
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
You're right. I remember. I mean, I don't remember exactly why, but was it just because they were in the moment and she was like forcing
Yeah.
him to be in the moment?
Okay, so
Mhm.
cool thing about Kindle is you can search a word.
Oh,
Period.
nice.
On page 3, it says, "The little pixie flutters around in reverie. Let's hope I don't get lost in it with her." That set up the book. Oh my God, how did I miss that?
Where else did it say? Because it
highlighting
said it
that.
somewhere else.
It does. It says it on page 50
Okay.
In the Kindle.
Mm-hmm.
in the Kindle. "We were under the water in an unfamiliar world
Yep.
made for us alone. I told myself to forget about the fairy tale, to stop living in reverie, but I lost myself to it with him under the water."
So both of them
Yes.
give us a Reverie quote.
There
but
we go.
also, page 309,
Okay. We're
Jet
going.
says, "She'd worn a mask better than I ever could. She painted a picture like Picasso. She'd had me living in reverie I never ever wanted."
Oh.
Wow.
I like how she incorporated it but didn't overdo it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I would have been annoyed if she said it every 5 seconds.
Shain Rose made me fall in love with 3 different fictional men.
I have a lot of fictional boyfriends.
Me too.
Oh my gosh.
All right, guys. This
What's our-
is the
Well, what's our happily ever after?
What does that mean?
Our next one is
Oh.
The Never King,
What's that mean?
our July book.
It's not like I'm a part of a
Hi,
podcast.
Sydney. Welcome to the podcast.
It's been a long day, guys. Sorry.
It's called The Lover's Library.
The Never King.
And
Yes.
that one
Is
comes with
a-
trigger warnings, guys. So
Yes.
just be mindful.
Disclaimer for
Yeah.
the next.
It doesn't say specifically what they are, but she does provide a link that you can go to that will describe more. And I think we might post something about it. We might give some of the
Yeah.
triggers possibly
Yeah,
so
that's a good
everybody
idea.
knows, because we didn't know when we picked it that it had trigger warnings.
Yeah.
I'm currently reading it.
I have not started it.
Me
It's-
neither.
It's
I will
good.
finish this one though.
It's worth the read, I think. So if that's your thing, but if you're like totally against trigger warnings, then skip this one with us.
Yeah.
We had another book picked out and we did post about it, but I think we might pick something else
A little lighthearted.
and
Yeah.
let you know, because I believe it also had trigger warnings. So we're going to try to keep it like one dark, one light,
Yeah.
but that's it.
All right. We have reached the end of the Lovers Library podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you haven't already, please go to our Instagrams, which is the Lovers Library Pod and the Lovers Library Book Club. The Lovers Library Book Club,
Yes.
right? And then we also have a Facebook group called the Lovers Library Book Club.
Yes.
And if you ever want to join, just join. Like and comment and actually review the podcast so that we can reach more
Leave us
and more
comments.
people.
Let us know what
Yeah,
you
we're
like.
on YouTube. You can comment on there as well.
Oh yeah, we're on YouTube. On the
If you have a book you want us to cover,
YouTube.
shout it out.
Yes. And if you're an author and you have us on any of our social medias, please message us because we want to incorporate you guys in the show.
I love that we've gotten messages from authors.
Yes.
I think that is so amazing, especially smaller, lesser known artists. I
Yeah.
think that is so cool because we can all support each other in this little book world, and I love it.
Yes.
We're
So,
definitely going to
please.
pick one and do a review on one of these.
Yes. Oh, and to end, we have a really cool opportunity to partner up with the photographer who's doing our pictures for the show. And so if you have a recommendation for a Beauty and the Beast inspired book, let us know. We want to know what you think because we have a little surprise for that. So if you could recommend us some books, contemporary. I know Zoe doesn't like historical romances, but I know there are some out there that have the vibe. So let us know. Comment that in our Instagrams or on this actual podcast page. So we love you, and we'll talk to you next time.
Happily ever after.
Bye.
Bye.